So welcome to the Learning Reinvented podcast, brought to you by myself, Katie Godden, and the team at The Learning Effect. There are lots of learning podcasts out there, so we wanted to do something slightly different. This week, we'll be talking to someone who's had a diverse career and is completing an L&D qualification at the moment. I'm delighted to welcome Hanan Nassar Eldine to the podcast. Hanan, do you want to introduce yourself and tell our listeners a little bit about your background and what you're currently up to?
Hi, hello, Katie, and all the Learning Effect team. First, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for hosting me here. Such an inspiring hub for learning and development, and a destination for those who wanted their voices to be heard in this space. Now, before talking about my background, let me try to introduce myself a little bit. Though I guess same as all Gemini people, it's kind of hard to do so. I mean, bunch of contradicting traits, huh? And every day uncovers something new about us, isn't? So, but we are truly multi-talented. We are flexible. We are adventurers. We always know what we want, and we are strong fighters. So this is who I am. Now, talking about my knowledge and work experience, I am coming from a business and accounting background. And as you said, yes, I had gone through a diverse career. I started in auditing, as I was an internal auditor at the bank, and that was in my homeland in Lebanon. And I love this job, and I already initiated into leveraging my skills into it and already enrolled for a certified internal auditor qualification. But unexpectedly, and due to some reasons, I had to move with the family to Saudi Arabia. And there it wasn't easy for me to find a job at a bank. Auditing actually had carved my skills into implementing things professionally. Then came my second stage in my career. I spent almost 10 years at two well-known international schools in Jeddah, where I moved between several managerial posts within finance, ancillary services, and logistics, as well as operations. And to be honest, these 10 years added to me lots of experience in the field of understanding customers' perspectives and workplace culture. I've always been keen on how to meet highest standards of performance. I can still remember how many times I proposed or reached out to the board to improve our services. I've went through lots of hard times and obstacles, but I'm happy now how I could achieve success in every situation that requested brave decisions and actions. Also, it gave me experience on how to build and manage happy and highly performing teams. I've put lots of efforts, yes, but I got to know my actual potentials, in fact. Then came my third stage, and which I guess I found myself in it. I've contributed in a 5 days workshop as an interpreter for a trainer coming from UK, and she was assigned by a huge company in Jeddah to deliver a learning program in the field of makeup and cosmetics for their store's beauty consultants among all KSA regions. Now, throughout the workshop, maybe my skills or maybe my approach or techniques in communicating with the team and delivering knowledge were recognized. So based upon, I was offered to join L&D within the company, and which I didn't hesitate to accept. And now I'm happy that I didn't. It was a turning point in my life, not only my career. It was a true hands-on professional experience where my customers were my colleagues, and my product was the learning I am carrying to them. And the impact I'm seeking at is their performance improvement. So there, I truly recognized my passion towards helping and improving others. And in order to meet the expectations and have my voice heard, I had to leverage my skills and knowledge in the space of L&D. For that, I enrolled into an L&D qualification to do so. And with the growing initiatives of L&D department and the focus needed for the qualification besides the family commitments, I decided to handle my responsibilities for someone who can fully support the department. Otherwise, you would have seen me an assessment oriented rather than a quality knowledge oriented. I am expecting to acquire my qualification by Feb or March 2021, and I'm already excited to meet a new challenge post-graduation within the space of L&D.
So given your diverse career background, why have you chosen L&D?
Now, answering this question, I would say I'm not sure whether I've chosen L&D or, in fact, L&D had pulled me. It crossed to my mind now our friend James Politillo, the Learning Effect Director, posting on LinkedIn that he didn't plan to join L&D. It just sort of happened. So I then commented saying that here's the same. It just came without planning. But I'm quite sure that my inner conscious was seeking it everywhere. And this was interpreted in each action or every intention I made to improve work or the proposals I submitted for the same reason. I'm seeing myself now sitting until 7 p.m. for 2 weeks in one of the institutes that I was working for to submit a proposal voluntarily, where my duty ends at 2:30 p.m. Why I did that, I guess I felt I could help organize the way the work was going in a way or another. I had an idea and I didn't hesitate to share it. I wanted to exceed rather than meet customers' expectations. I wanted to hear their appreciation for the efforts we are paying. I wanted to grant a shiny reputation. I wanted to feel happy every day we go to the job. And this is in fact the core of L&D. Now, throughout the many tasks that were handled to me before joining L&D, I was competent enough to deliver them successfully. This gave me a little bit of confidence that I'm kind of gifted with some skills that enable me to achieve great things that require contact with people and working with people. And L&D is definitely a people's oriented. So yes, I wanted to help the organization in having a qualified workforce, a well-trained staff who understand their roles and responsibilities and are well aligned to the business objectives and the big picture. So it seems my steps were unconsciously directing towards any opportunity that might lead at the end to the L&D niche.
You mentioned the human element is important to increase engagement, performance, and trust. Why do you think that is?
As we are all aware of the fact that due to this digital and technological revolution, the industry has drastically changed and lately shifted towards a knowledge economy, a world of social and co-creative learning, where definitely humans and correspondingly their talents particularly is becoming the most precious asset in any organization nowadays. So let's confess, one talent worth $1 billion. And due to the stiff competition among all sectors and industries, it is the least expected to put maximum efforts in order to retain people as they possess the talents and the skills that the organization needs. What a smart approach a company has if they are not able to keep their people indoors and instead letting them leave with more experience somewhere else. I mean, it's easy to get a better machine or expand to new markets, let's say. But what is more valuable is the talent behind developing a product or innovating creative services or designing unique solutions. Moreover, emotions are the most powerful weapons, the easiest yet most impactful approaches to have things done pleasantly. With the influence of emotions, the impossible is easily possible. And a high synergy and a trust among a small team will definitely achieve hard tasks magnificently. So why don't we apply this business-wide? When I was offered my job in L&D, my dear manager told me, he said, so, Hanan, you still don't possess the experience and the skills in training and L&D practices, but you have the potentials, and I believe you will reach somewhere within the L&D space. I can still remember his words, and I'm sure that the great effort I had put was to pay him back, only to pay him back, and to meet his expectations and the trust. For me, human element is a magical formula, is highly effective, is simple yet costless. I believe it is number one priority to take care of, no matter what.
KSA are focusing on L&D for their people and workers. Can you tell us a bit more about this?
I think the proper time to talk L&D and KSA is today. Currently, the kingdom is undergoing a tremendous transformation and literally emerging from an oil economy into knowledge economy, where human capital is the driver of creativity and the key factor of its growth. Actually, the governmental development plan adopts the drive towards utilizing knowledge among all the sectors, where IT infrastructure is being strongly built and continuously improved to cope and support this transformation, as well as creating new sources of income and new sectors and new employment opportunities is also another factor that is facilitating the quick expansion of training, learning, and development. And nevertheless, and in alignment with the Kingdom 2030 vision, empowering women is also playing a vital role, actually, as new jobs are arising and females are encouraged to join all the sectors. And this is indeed highlighting the need for L&D. The government, if you can say, is highly keen to leverage the skills and knowledge of the workforce in all sectors. And therefore, they are supporting the organizations in order to focus on having this done by funding them. And not only this, getting avail of the internet and technology. The government had developed several official platforms to provide free online courses, actually, for fresh graduates and higher levels to ensure that learning is taking place within a streamline and as per the learner's convenience. I mean, it is really brilliant. If you are a job seeker, you can still invest in your time and select from hundreds of free qualifications to add to your portfolio while resting over your coach. And not only digital learning is on fire in KSA, also the government is highly facilitating and encouraging the penetration of a fresh graduates into the work field by annually imposing organizations to train a given number of students on the job, actually, and reporting back to the concerned official institutes. So yes, this is what's going on in KSA right now.
Thanks, Hanan. That's really interesting. That's quite different to what we've got here in the UK.
Yeah.
So obviously you've got your diverse background, your diverse career, and you've got all the changes that are going on in the KSA. So what role would you like next, and what would you like to achieve in that role?
Now, in the short term, I mean, post acquiring my diploma in L&D management, this is what I'm studying currently. I will be definitely looking for a role within L&D management where I can graduate my skills towards this position. I don't think that I will limit my search within high learning organizations, but at least within an organization that is looking forward and planning to adopt a learning culture. Whereas for the long term, I wish to be able to support the business from within an organizational development and performance and talent management role. And yeah, as to what I might be looking forward to achieve from within an L&D management role, I truly believe that I'll be seeking at achieving trust, happiness, engagement, loyalty, teamwork, share and care, values, encouragement, confidence, passion to learn, passion to learn and improve, career growth. If I could achieve most of these, or at least half, I will consider myself I had succeeded in my role. Only then I can talk about effective learning programs, business impact, or plans and strategies.
Thank you, Hanan. So we wish you all the best in your new role in 2021 after
Thanks.
you've achieved your qualification. So if people want to carry on a conversation with you, how's the best way they get in contact with you?
Thank you, Katie. Thanks for the team again. I hope now we could bring some insights to our listeners, and looking forward to catch up again. And now to end up, I would say no one is perfect. No one is know-it-all. We are all learners. Let's believe in ourselves and make the first step towards our dreams and towards a better tomorrow together. I'm active on LinkedIn. If anyone likes to discuss any idea, he or she is most welcome. And thanks for our listeners as well.